Every guy wants to be jacked. They want the high status aesthetic physique. They want to be more attractive to women, and they want to be confident when they speak to them. But the weird truth you start realizing once you build a good physique is women don't actually want the guy that acts jacked. They want the guy that is jacked effortlessly, without even trying. It seems like he's just integrated it into his life, and he doesn't even need to try or worry about it when he's trying to maintain it or improve on his physique. They want the guy that eats clean, that has good habits in his lifestyle, that doesn't go out and party, that is disciplined. And they want his physique to say that before he speaks. But they don't want the jacked guy who only talks about eating clean, working out, can't go out on dates, can't go on trips without making sure all his meals are planned out in advance. They want the guy that is confident enough in his physique, his capabilities, that he can maintain this physique while still living a balanced life. That is what is going to make you more attractive than anything, regardless of how good your physique is. You could have a 10 out of 10 physique, but if you're hyper obsessed and anal about the gym and your diet, you will become completely unattractive to 99% of women unless they're super obsessed with the gym as well. You need to remember that your physique is proof, not your entire personality, and the energy you have, the physique you display, speaks more about your gym, your discipline, and your habits and your training than anything else. But you want to be able to talk about other things. You want to have layers to your personality. You want to build some character up. You do not want to be a one-dimensional gym bro who only talks about the gym, is hyper obsessed, and it's the only thing on his mind 24/7. And in reality, no one really wants to speak to anyone that's hyper obsessed over one thing and can't have any other conversation. The most attractive thing you can do is be disciplined without being obsessed. You do not want your discipline to be rooted in insecurity, grabbing at something that you feel like is always leaving you. You want it to be in calm confidence, like you know that if you do X, Y, and Z, you have the right systems in place, the right habits. You know, if you train a certain way, you can still live a balanced life and maintain this physique. And it is absolutely possible to train extremely hard, eat 80% of the time clean, 20% whatever you want, and be 10 to 14% body fat with a movie star-esque physique year round. But nothing kills your energy or your aura more than being obsessed and scared like it's gonna leave. And if you don't hit a certain meal or you don't eat clean 100% of the time, that you're gonna lose all your progress. That is an unbearable existence for most people to be around. You train so hard in the gym and you eat a certain way because it aligns with the version of yourself you're trying to become. You're acting in accordance to the best version of your character rather than you trying to fill a void or being insecure that you're not where you want to be yet. And I've been on both sides of the coin. I have been super dialed in as a gym bro and going on dates and not eating anything and just watching the meet, and they'll ask me why and I'm saying, oh, I'm on a diet. But in reality, that date night where I'm eat a little bit of food, I order steak and potatoes, or I have even whatever I want. I have a pastry when I go out for coffee. Makes literally zero difference in my physique in the long run if you put the reps in and you train hard for years on end. And this is how you make your physique look and feel effortless. And this is how you become magnetic and more attractive. And this is all about not trying to force results and just letting things flow, embodying the habits, integrating them into your life. So you being in shape is just who you are. It's not something you're even trying to achieve. You've already got it and maintained it. And if you're not even at that point yet, you still need to think of your physique and you trying to achieve it in this manner. That you've already got it, it hasn't manifested itself yet in reality, but you just do all the things on a daily basis that need to be done, and you focus on other things in your life, being present in the moment, actually enjoying time with other people. Being able to go on trips without hyper obsessing over every little minute detail. And in reality, this rhythm of training hard, eating clean, getting good rest, having structure in your life, and being able to stick to a routine just comes off as mature, like you have your life in order and you have some direction and you can actually stick to your word. Because as I said in the beginning, every single guy wants to be jacked and build a good physique. And the ones who say they don't want it, they don't want to look good, they don't want to be proud of what they see in the mirror, they are lying to themselves because they are too scared to admit that they want something that they can't get, or they're not willing to do all the work it takes to get there. And you have to remember, your physique is proof, not your personality. Going to the gym only takes a few hours a week. 4 hours a week max is all you need to build a crazy aesthetic physique, especially if you're training correctly. You go to the gym 45 minutes to an hour, you train with insane intensity, you leave it all out there. You empty the clip every single training session, regardless of how you feel that day. You eat clean because you realize the energy you get from it, how much better you operate, the mental clarity, the amount of effort and energy you can put into other endeavors of your life. So when a woman sees you and meets you and starts talking to you, she realizes you're a safe bet for the future. Not just some guy that doesn't really have direction. Yeah, he works out hard and has an amazing physique, but everything else in his life is falling apart and he has nothing else to talk about. No perspective on the world because the only people he speaks to are in the gym. You want to avoid this at all costs. You want to use your physique as leverage in the real world. Being lean, being muscular, looking good, having your clothes fit better makes you respected above 99% of people just by going to the gym. But we actually want to use it for a reason. We want to back it up. It is so important that you understand that the physique is the foundation. It is the lowest hanging fruit. It doesn't matter where you are right now in your life. You can get jacked in 6 months to 1 year and completely change the way the world perceives you. And it'll open more opportunities than you've ever believed imaginable. Right now, you see other people getting these opportunities. The guy that's attractive, he's good with women, he's in great shape, he's got a successful business. You think they all just fall on his lap, but he just put all the years of work in without any recognition. And now it looks effortless to him. Because for him, training, eating clean, getting good rest, being disciplined, having good habits and structure in his life is just second nature. It's just the way he operates on a daily basis. But if you're in a position where you haven't achieved that yet and you're wondering why some people seem to get all these opportunities and get all the things they want in life, is because you haven't seen the first bit of results yet. Once you get that, you'll start getting addicted to the progress. And then you start applying that structure, those habits, that discipline to everything else. And it's a cascade effect that never ends. Because you start realizing the end goal, the physique and all that, is not really the end goal. It is the stepping stone. It's to realize what potential you have in your character, what you're actually capable of in terms of changing reality. And you could have the best physique in the world. You could have literally Mr. Olympia level physique. But if your energy is coming off as anxious, like you're trying to grasp at things, as I said earlier, like you have a lack of in your life, it's going to be the most unattractive thing ever for a woman. Women are attracted to a man that has a mission, but he also acts like he already has all the things he wants. He is present in the moment. Regardless of how good your physique is right now, you want to be grounded and comfortable in your own skin. And the only way you're going to do that is if you're doing the things on a daily basis you know you need to do to get to where you're trying to get to. Whatever your goals may be, but especially if it's your physique. There is literally no benefit of you being anxious, overthinking, overcompensating, trying to train harder, diet more aggressively to try and get your physique quicker when you could just train hard, diet, know you're going to get there if you keep doing the things you're doing, or if you have the right systems in place, and act like you're already there. It's going to make you calmer. It's going to make you more confident. It's going to make you feel better. You're going to have a better energy. And overall, you're going to be a more attractive person. But there's nothing more unattractive than someone that is anxious and has a feeling of lack, of insecurity. Being jacked isn't the prize. Being jacked and making it look effortless is what makes you magnetic. It makes you attractive. It makes people curious about you. This is how some guys seemingly always seem to win. They maintain their physique without even trying. They get the women they want. They maintain the relationship without even trying. They grow a business that they just started. It all stems from being comfortable and at peace with who you currently are and who you are becoming. But that only happens if your actions match your potential and your self-belief, your self-image for yourself for the future. But without that calmness, your physique isn't impressive. The money you have isn't impressive if it's rooted in insecurity. And if you guys feel like you don't have the right system in place, you want to build that jacked physique without it feeling like it takes over your life, and it's all you can focus on a daily basis. And you've tried different routines, different diets, but you just haven't figured out what's personalized for you, your lifestyle, your situation, your work schedule, your preferences, then book a call with me down below. I've transformed hundreds of guys' lives through their physique, and that is the foundation, and I help them do it expeditiously without going through years and years of trial and error, just like I did until I built my physique. So book a call with me down below. We'll talk about where you're currently at, where you're trying to get to, and how we can get you there together.